Hi everyone, happy Friday. Welcome to Barb's Yarn Basket. Weekly yarn basket, I suppose it is. I have a basket of all different numbers yarns, and as I said last week, I don't have any number 2s left that I purchased because I don't use too many number 2s. I'm almost on my last number 1. I think I probably have another couple weeks, and they're all just probably different brands of sock yarn, but they're beautiful nonetheless. So stay tuned. Y'all might be wondering about my sweater or my poncho at the end of the video after I tell you about these beautiful, beautiful yarns. At the end, I'm going to tell you all the information you need to know to be able to get your hands on this pattern and this pattern. And at the end of the video, I show you what this looks like on myself. Just forewarned that this is, I tested these patterns before I lost, like I was on my journey of weight loss. So I tested the extra large pattern and I'm now in a size medium/large depending on the brand. So they're a little bit baggier on me. So they'll be more flattering on you if you were to make them. So just look them up on Ravelry when I give you the information and go through the projects. And when you get to the pattern, you click at the top, it says projects, and you'll see all the hundreds of beautiful, beautiful ones people made, and they'll be more form-fitting than mine is. So I don't find them as flattering on myself anymore, but they're still really nice and cozy. Lovely, lovely patterns. So they're both paid for patterns. They're not free, so you know, but because I tested them, I got them for free. I've tested for a lot of like top name designers and I've enjoyed that process, and now I'm just starting something new. So I thought I'd start my YouTube journey. Instead of testing, I might throw in a little test here and there if I have the time, but my main focus is going to be on keeping up with my YouTube and channel and talking to people in there, and my Facebook group by Knotty Yarnies, and trying to keep up with that and trying to design my own patterns so that I could share them all with you. So if I'm not recording, I'm usually looking for information to share with you or doing some research on some yarn information to share with you. So I'm constantly working on this channel even though I'm not recording. So let's get into the yarn basket, shall we? Okay, I'm going to start off with the number 1 yarn because I have some of those left. Today I chose Red Heart. It's a wrap. I'm not sure if I've shown this before. It's a number 1 yarn. This colorway is called Drama. And you use a 3.25 millimeter crochet hook or 2.75 knitting needles. That's millimeter. Machine wash warm or cold on the gentle cycle. Dry flat. Do not bleach. Do not iron. Do not dry clean. This is made in China, and there are dye lot numbers, so you need to be aware of that if you're making a project that needs more than 1 ball, which there's lots of yarn on here, so I think you can make from a shawl down just with 1 ball. So if you're making something larger, you'd need more than 1. And this is 1,100 yards or 1,006 meters. Like, it's huge. 7 ounces or 200 grams. 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. And it's like feels like a sock yarn. Like, it's not really soft. Like, I would consider this like a 3 or 4. Probably leaning more towards the 3 side. It's not soft at all. So like on something flowy, like if you're wearing a tank top underneath, maybe if you wore it as a shawl, or I don't know, even a light shirt and you had a tank top over top, or if you don't mind something a little scratchy against your skin, if you don't have sensitive skin, that would work for you. So that's Red Heart. It's a wrap. So as I said, no number 2s. So I chose 2 number 3s instead. So this week, I don't know if you've ever seen Bernat Softy Baby. This colorway Not a pretty pale pink, eh? It's called pink. Just pink. That's all it's called. It's a number 3 weight yarn. It's 5 ounces or 140 grams. Peeling the price sticker off so I could read the other information. It says it's a pull from the center skein. I usually do that anyway. The only ones I wouldn't would be something like maybe Red Heart, the landscape type yarn, or Red Heart. I always forget the Red Heart one, what it's called. But those ones with the fuzz, so they get kind of stuck. So you're best off to go from the outside in with those ones. So that's a little tip. This uses 4mm crochet hooks or knitting needles. Again, that's Softy Baby. This is a Yarnspirations brand. It's made in Canada with some imported fibers. It's 100% acrylic, and it's super soft for 100% acrylic and not even premium acrylic. I would consider this like a number 7 to 8. Like, it's super soft and squishy. Yeah, leaning more towards 8 than 7. 362 yards or 331 meters. It also has been tested for harmful substances. So considering that you probably would use this for baby, that would be great. This, you could also make that with this. This pattern here is made with a number 3 yarn, and this would work perfect. So it doesn't always have to be used for baby. A number 3 yarn, one of my favorite brands of yarn, like that are on the cheaper side but not that cheap. So James C. Brett, and this is Marble. This is a DK weight. So DK stands for double knitting, and that's a number 3. So you know, this is 100% acrylic, machine washable. Did I say that on this? This Bernat Softy Babies, machine washable and dryable. That's all it says on it. So this says cool iron, do not chlorine bleach, you can dry clean, and it says 4mm knitting needles. So it doesn't say crochet hook. 240 meters, 260 yards. Knits to most DK patterns. This is made in Turkey. That's all she says. Oh, 100 grams. It doesn't say in ounces, but 3.5 ounces is 100 grams. And this is, I would say this is a number 7 for softness. This works up beautiful. I tested a pattern for salena baca. We used a different type of yarn for the testing, and then I used this yarn to make my sister-in-law the same pattern that I tested after I had made sure that I knew what I was doing. So it was, if you look under salena baca, under Ravelry, the pattern was called bandana scarf or bandana, yeah, I think it was just bandana scarf, something like that. It's really simple, and it comes to a V. You wear it and the things go to the back, or you swing them around the front, but it worked up beautifully. And if you look under patterns, look at the colors in there. I think there's all different color, like different stripes. If you look under patterns or projects under salena baca's pattern, you will see the one that I made for my sister-in-law listed under there, made with this yarn. It's gorgeous. It works up beautiful. Beautiful. You can see these on this end. See how the different hues has a little bit of fuzz on it. Oh, it's just beautiful. Beautiful yarn. I bought like 4. I bought at a little yarn shop in Sturgeon Falls, Ontario. They had a little sock hop going on, and my brother took me to quite a few different ones. We traveled like crazy that summer. And we were down in Huntsville and went to some yarn shops down there as well. And I had purchased this up in Sturgeon Falls, and it was $7.99 a ball there. I couldn't believe that. Most places I've seen this is $9.99 and up. So I had to purchase 4 balls for the project, and I had 1 left. So I'm super happy I get to make myself a hat with it. I'm just in love with James C. Brett. If you get your hands, see James C. Brett. Beautiful yarn, beautiful drape to work with. So on to number 4. I don't know if you've had Red Heart Soft before. This colorway is called Jewel Tone. Look at the colors in that. I've shown this yarn before, but not in this colorway. The colors in it are amazing, amazing. This makes lovely hats. Like depending on the pattern I like to make, when I have variegated yarn like this, I like to make just a simple half double crochet hat, just to show off the beauty of the yarn, because it just shows the beauty of it. Like really, really lovely. So this is a worsted weight number 4 yarn, as I said, 100% acrylic. And this is on the softer side of acrylic. I would say this is like a number 6. It's a smidge less than what I would consider Caron Simply Soft. Caron Simply Soft I consider like 7 or 8. Like it's pretty high up there. But this one I would consider 6, maybe 6.5. Like it's soft. I would make an Afghan out of this and have no trouble. I would make a shirt for myself and have no trouble. Like it's soft enough. It's not super, super soft, but it's nowhere near scratchy either. So just a beautiful yarn, because I love the colors they have in this. This is imported. It has a whole bunch imported and distributed, and it's made in Turkey. Lovely. Buy enough of the dye lot number for your project. 5mm knitting needles and 5.5mm crochet hook. Machine washable and dryable. And it says to see behind, but it's machine washable and dryable. It says 140 degrees Celsius water. So that's warm, I guess. No iron, no dry clean. Now this is beautiful yarn. This has 204 yards or 187 meters. 4 ounces or 113 grams. This is plenty enough to make a hat. It would probably make a hat and even a headband with it, depending on your stitch, as long as you're not doing Tunisian crochet. I might work this up as a Tunisian crochet headband. That's what I'm thinking. My next number 4 yarn is Peyton's Decor. And this colorway is Aubergine. It's like, it's a little bit darker than it shows there. Here's more true to color from back here. So if you can see how dark this is, but yeah, it focuses in. I even don't have my spotlight on me today, so it shows up, doesn't show up even lighter than what it is. So machine wash and dry separately on low heat, delicate cycles for both. 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. 210 yards or 192 meters. 75% acrylic and 25% wool. And it's soft for a wool, I'll tell you. Yeah, it's soft. I would say this is a number 6. This is just a tad bit scratchier than the Red Heart Soft. Just a tad. But it's still soft. I would make a scarf out of this. I would make a shirt out of this. No problem whatsoever. It's lovely for a wool product. Like wool mixed with acrylic. Beautiful yarn. Now on to number 5s. I had this in my yarn basket last week, and then when I stopped recording, I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot to mention this yarn, and I use it all the time. Bernat Pipsqueak yarn. I just grabbed a white. It's just white, but you can see how fuzzy that is. I use this in my moccasins that I make, on the top of my slippers, trimming a hat. I use it for a hat that I make that I want it to look like snow, or the top of a stocking if I want it to look all fluffy, teddy bears, all sorts of things I've used this for. So it's a beautiful, beautiful soft yarn. Number 9 in softness, super, super cozy. If I could make everything with this, I would. This would be awesome for a sweater. Can you imagine how cozy this would be as a sweater? This would be so amazing. So this is made in China for Yarnspirations. This colorway, whitely white. Apparently so. I would call it snowy white. It's so white. 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. 101 yards or 92 meters. It would take quite a lot to make a whole shirt with this, with the length, but you would use a bigger hook. Like for hook, it's 5.5 millimeter knitting needles or crochet hook. And it's 100% polyester, machine washable, lay flat to dry. And again, it's a bulky 5 weight and super, super soft. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't know. Here, I'll show you on my finger how thick that is. And my next number 5 is another Peyton's product. Peyton's Echoes Shetland Tweed. It's not that greeny. Like if you could see back here, it kind of looks more black. It's like a deep hunter green, but it's not as green. Let's see, right there. That's what it looks like. But when I show it up close, my light up there kind of shows it more as green. But I want to show you all the specks in there. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Look at the colors. Check out all the colors in there. Oh my gosh. This is 3.5 ounces, therefore 100 grams. It is made in Canada. It is made for, I guess it's distributed by Susan Bates. It's machine washable, lay flat to dry. 6 millimeter knitting needles. So you'll have to play around with, for crochet hook, it could be 6.5, it could be a 7, and it wouldn't be any less than 6. And in my experience, the crochet hook's always larger than the knitting needles for the yarns. And it's made out of 67% acrylic, 25% wool, and 8% viscose. And on number 4 to 5, it's not very soft, but it would be super warm. It would make a lovely, lovely hat. I wouldn't mind. I'm thinking this might bother me on my neck, but I mean, it could make a lovely sweater. I don't think I have enough balls of it though. I think I have only got like 3 balls. So yeah, that's not very much, even with a number 5 weight yarn. Oh well, it's 150 meters. I don't know if I said that already because that's on the other side. But yeah, it's a beautiful yarn though. Make all sorts of things. Even lovely mitts would be lovely with this because it doesn't bother me to have something scratchier on my hands. It's more, I'm more sensitive. I don't know about you, but I'm more sensitive around my neck and my like jaw type area. Around here, the top of my chest, that's more sensitive. So I might break out with this. I break out if I wear a necklace. It doesn't matter if it's gold, sterling silver, or cheap metal, or rope, anything. any type necklace around my neck, I have a rash. You can see it just within 12 hours. So I unfortunately can't wear necklaces. If you ever see me with one on, it's probably I'm only wearing it for like half an hour and then it's coming off. My next yarn, onto the number 6s, is Peyton's Pooch yarn. It's quite a funky looking yarn. This colorway is called Indian Summer. Calls for 6.5 millimeter knitting needles or crochet hook. Hand wash, no dry clean. I'm guessing it's lay flat to dry. It says on the back label, but I'm not going to pull the label off, rip the label off. 63% acrylic, 27% wool, and 10% nylon. It's about the same as the last one I showed you, like a number 4. It's pretty on the scratchy side. I mean, if it had more beautiful colors, I'm not even sure what I'm keeping this one around for. I'm not a fan of the colors of it. I think I might have got this in like a bag of mixed things from the secondhand store here, Value Village, and that might be why I kept it. I'm not sure what I would use that for. Not sure at all. Maybe to trim a blanket. Might work for that. What else information here we have? Let's see. Made in Turkey. 70 grams or 2.5 ounces. And it's only 33 meters or 36 yards. Very small amount. So again, that's Peyton's Pooch. And the color is Indian Summer. And last number 6, super bulky, is, I love this yarn, Peyton's Bohemian. I purchased this yarn. I got some money from my mom one year for Christmas or my birthday, one or the other. And we were shopping at Michael's and she wanted a hat made out of this. So with my birthday or Christmas money, whichever it was from her, I purchased 3 balls of this to make her a hat. And I loom knitted the hat, so it was a nice knit stitch. That was before I taught myself how to knit hats. And it turned out beautiful. Really, really beautiful. These were $7.99 a ball at the time at Michael's. So it wasn't the cheapest yarn, and I never had seen it go on sale, but that was for good reason. You'll learn about that in a minute. This colorway is called Artistic Taupes. This is how dark it looks. I'll try to keep it. Yeah, there we go. That's how dark it is. It's like copper and gold and browns, beiges, all beautiful, beautiful colors. So 8 millimeter knitting needles or a crochet hook. Hand wash. I think it says hand wash and cold. No, that might be gentle cycle sign. It's on the inside. I don't like that when they do that because I can't tell. No iron. No dry clean. I for sure know those. So you would have to read the label on the inside when you get it, because I won't want to kind of squish it all back in there when I pull it off. It is 81% polyester and 19% acrylic, and it's like a cloud, like a number 9 yarn. It is so soft and luxurious. That's why my mom, when she felt it, she wanted a hat made with it. By the way, my mom has, I don't know how many hats. She must have at least 8 to a dozen hats that I've made her, because she just, every time I started crocheting and knitting, every time she's seen a hat, she's like, oh, I'd like one of those. Oh, I'd like one of those. So I ended up making her, like, every time a new hat. Gave me good practice, though. It weighs 80 grams or 2.8 ounces. It is how long? 62 meters or 68 yards. So it's on the shorter side, especially for the price point. It is made in Taiwan. But so if you're making a hat, I would make sure, especially if you're doing a single crochet stitch or a fancy stitch, to make sure you buy at least 2 of these. But if you're buying for a hat, you probably want to have a nice matching little cowl or something like that, or a scarf if you're into scarves. It's a beautiful yarn, beautiful yarn. So I wanted to tell you, as promised, at the end I will show you the video I took just before I started recording. I took a video of me wearing this, so I'll attach that at the end. But I wanted to tell you the information about my shawl and my sweater. So here we go. It's not going to be long. So this sweater here is made with Feels Like Butta in the pink, purple, and beige colors. I'm not sure the technical names. I've got it tucked way up, so I didn't want to bring them all down, but there was only one shade of pink and purple. I don't know, they're changing so much in Michael, so there could be a bunch of different colorways coming. I'm not sure in this Feels Like Butta. It's an amazing soft yarn, super cozy. You'll want to wear a sweater. It feels like you're having a big hug all the time with it on. So I tested the extra large patterns, as I stated. So this is an extra large. It's designed by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. You can find her on Facebook and Ravelry. She also has I guess a website or a blog or something, but you could find her there at those places and then go from there. And the pattern is called So Soft Stripes Raglan. And raglan. I should have looked at the price of the pattern. I believe it's around the $5.99 or $5-ish, around there for the pattern. That's most of her patterns are around that price. Sometimes at like Christmas time or special occasion time, she has a 15% off code. So if you follow her on Facebook, you'll see when she has a 15% off code and use it towards the pattern. So again, MJ's Off the Hook Design, So Soft Stripes Raglan, made with Feels Like Butta. In her pattern though, she uses a different type of yarn. I just used It Feels Like Butta because I was dying to try a pattern with that. So that's this one. This poncho I tested for Salena Baca, and it's called the Julie Lynn Poncho. Julie Lynn Poncho. And you could find her on Facebook and Ravelry as well. So as you could even Google these names of the designers or the pattern and you'd find it right away. I believe that pattern is also $5.99. But Salena Baca, if you watch on Wednesdays, if you follow her on Facebook, she has Dollar Wednesdays. And some Wednesdays it's grab wearables, 4 wearables for the price of 1, or get 4 patterns for the price of 1, or sometimes it's a pattern, each pattern for $1. Like, amazing deals on Wednesdays if you follow her on Facebook. So go follow her there. And this is again an extra large, and I would have, now making a new one, I would make a size medium because this is so roomy. Like this is how it falls off of me. Okay, like when I'm wearing it, I have it tucked way back, like with lots of room back there to make it look decent on the front here. So if you're around my size, I would suggest making a medium for that. This is made with Ice Cream Scoops yarn, the colorway Mochi. That's the yellow and gray and white. I chose to put tassels on it because I was testing the pattern and I wanted to make sure the pattern I followed the pattern completely, so she knew that I did it the way she wanted us to do it. So yeah, so I think I should block this. It'll make it even a little bit bigger on me, but I might go, someone had suggested to me to weave in and out. See, there's some spaces here at the top. I don't know if you can see them, but to make a long chain or get a ribbon and weave in and out of there, and then just put a tie at the sides, or one at the side or one at the front or back, and just pull it tight. And I think that's going to work for me. So it's going to look fabulous. So I think I'll block it and do a little photo shoot with it like that too, because it'll make it a really more polished look. So I really enjoyed making that, and I really love both of their patterns. Like, I have a lot of salena baca patterns, and I have a lot of MJ's off the hook designs, as well as I stated on Wednesday's video, MJ's off the hook designs also has Century box designs, and it's also all from her. And she's MJ is her name is Michelle. She's from Canada, and salena baca is from the States. So if you like supporting those countries, do that as well. So until next time, everybody, I'm going to say goodbye to you at the end of the video anyway, but I'm logging off now. So you enjoy your weekend, and stay tuned. In just a split second, you're going to see me modeling a little bit, so showing you how this looks on myself. So just keep in mind, it's a little baggy, so if you're wanting to purchase it, I highly recommend it. You could tell how it has the raglan look because you're making it from the top down, and you're adding the stitches here, so that you just go so far around, and then you hold the sleeves, and then you go to finish the sleeves at the very end. Quick pattern to make up. I really suggest you put this in your life. Yeah, the smaller size should be higher up on your neck. So if you think, oh, I don't like the way that looks, it should look more like this. So look, I suggest looking in the project pages on Ravelry to see how it fits everybody else. Okay, don't go by how large mine is on me. So take care, everybody. Have a safe and wonderful weekend, and watch for the next 5 seconds. Bye. Keep on hooking, everyone. Hi everyone, it's me, Barb. I wanted to show you the sweater pattern that I tested, that I was telling you about. You could see me wearing it in the video that you just watched, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like completely on. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, everyone, and keep on being naughty. Thanks for watching again. From Barb.